Welcome to AlphaCars Motorcycles. My name is Ian, and today I'm so excited to share with you this 1956 Ford F-100 Custom Cab. This vehicle is for sale here at AlphaCars at the date of this video posting. Be sure to click over to our website, alphacars.com. You can find the listing for this Ford and learn all of the technical data about it and the history, as well as view the availability and the pricing. The link to that listing will be in the description below at the top, as it always is. We do offer vehicle transportation as well, so do keep that in mind. Even if you're out of state but you'd like this beautiful F-100, just reach out to our team and we can go over those options with you. So the purpose of this video, we're going to do a full condition overview of the Ford, also learn a little bit about it, and really leave no stone unturned, so to speak. We're even going to get it up on one of our showroom lifts. We're going to inspect this truck from top to bottom. So now, with all that being said, let's take a close look at this Ford. Let's start by going around the exterior of the F-100, and I will talk a bit about why it's in such nice condition. You might look at this and say, wow, it looks like a new truck. Well, this had a frame-off restoration in around 2012 is what the vehicle owner told us. And this truck originally was a 6-cylinder truck, but now it has a 5-liter Ford 302 V8, and it has a 4-barrel carburetor on it. It also has this custom wood bed, which looks phenomenal. And then these American Racing wheels. And I've been told the original, steel wheels and hubcaps are also included, but reference the online listing on our website. You can learn a lot more even than I'm gonna talk about in this video. So definitely familiarize yourself with that information in conjunction with this video. But we're pretty much going to confirm the condition of the truck. We're gonna confirm the quality workmanship that went into it. It's really holding up so well, with this having been done in 2012. As we're gonna see, there's no cracking body filler or things you might see with kind of like a budget restoration or a substandard restoration, I should say. So this truck, it's real impressive. So let's get into it now that I've kind of explained what we need to know getting into it to start. So first, at the hood, the paint finish is great. We've got some of the factory badging there. Hood scoop. There is the intake for the vent for the interior. I'll pop that up in a second. But all the glass is in great condition. The chrome around the glass, the seals, even look at the chrome on the windshield wipers. When we get the camera up high, we can see this truck has the two-tone paint job with that sort of cream white up there, which things look to be pretty good. The custom cab badge. And looking at the driver's door here, I don't see any dings or scratches or anything like that. Now at the fender, once again, it all presents the same. And as I've mentioned in the video already, we will get it up in the air and we'll take a look at the fenders and really anywhere we can get our eyes on underneath the truck later in the video. So make sure to watch the whole thing if you want to get the full scoop, so to speak. But yeah, now at the front grille, the chrome and everything looks awesome. And yeah, the front end looks really nice. Now at the passenger door, we're gonna go down at the different angles here, where we can see, there's no dents or scratches. The sheet metal, the bodywork, it's all very straight, very solid. Got the custom cab badging once again. Now moving to the back of the Ford. This is where I wanted to mention the rear bumper. Slightest bit of sort of pitting surface imperfections on the chrome. You have to get kind of at the right angle to see it on the top here, but I do just want to point that out. Could it maybe be cut and buffed? Definitely, but we're just representing the condition right now. Now checking out the bedside here and the rear fender. Got these big steps. Yeah, it all looks really nice. It really speaks for itself. There is the light paint chipping right here. Oops, sorry. Let me actually show you what I'm talking about. Just right there. And then the little bit right there, you can see the difference in color. But overall, other than that, the tailgate is in excellent condition. The bed is in phenomenal condition. This wood floor, you know, the top of the, or inside of the tailgate rather, it's super straight and really as glossy and shiny as the rest of the truck. This truck, the current owner, they bought it restored, is what they told us, and they kept it in a heated space. They used it seldomly every year. They really just kind of took it to shows every year, and that's really how the truck was used. So it's in the show quality. It was kept in the show quality. It wasn't used as like the summer daily vehicle or had stuff thrown in the back. It's really evident by when you see this truck in person. And yeah, the wheel condition's like perfect. We're at the steps on this side. And we will view all of this from the underneath as well, like the bottom of the doors and the cab corners. We'll view all that later in the video from the underneath. And yeah, I mean, we've gone over everything pretty thoroughly on the outside. Let me show you the inside of the truck. I want to show you the passenger door is very smooth. The latch works excellent, as you can see there, and it pops right open with the button. It all works excellent. Now checking out the interior, it really presents the same as the rest of the truck. The condition is excellent. We can even fold forward the bench seat here. Check out the inside of the seat, the material. Not a speck of like rust or corrosion on any of the coils or seat springs. It was all, you know, redone. Here is the gas tank. And you can see the filler neck right there. And yeah, check out some of the corners of the inside of the cab. It's solid everywhere you look in this truck. It really looks awesome. And the headliner, dual sun visors as well. We can pop open the glove box, which works nice and smooth. And there's the owner's manual. Looks like the littlest bit of cosmetic imperfection right there. Just want to point that out. But the top of the dash, inside of the windshield, all things of that nature look great. Now checking out the inside of the passenger door. Even the inside light works. From both sides, the switches are good. And yeah, you can see the hinge area there. Some of the mechanical components for the latch and the door edges on the inside. Gasket all looks really good. I can roll down the window here. It's very smooth, so I'm trying to get the right camera angle to show you, but that works great. Now let's make our way to the driver's side. And after that, we'll take a peek in the engine compartment. So same thing with this door. It latches very solid, it's very smooth. I'm sure that works good. Same thing, this window is nice and smooth. Gives you a little bit of the audible note that it's going down, but it's very smooth. And once again, the door edges, and now we can look at the cab edges and stuff. Of course, you can tell, you know, it was restored, but it's very solid. And we can pull the seat back over here, check out some of the components over here. All looks great. And now hopping into the truck, checking out the dash. We can turn on the ignition, and I'll pull on the lights. Check out the lights all working. The headlights and marker lights. And now we've got the tail lights. This truck drives beautifully. As I'll talk about later in the video, we did road test it. It drives beautifully. It starts right up. It's really a joy to be around. Now I'll turn off the ignition for a second. Let me push the handle rather. And that opens up the vent. If you want your climate control, there you go. You'll get some fresh air into the cabin. And that works nice and smooth. You can hear it really didn't even make any noise. I'll pull this back down. There we go. And even pulling out the ashtray here, it's like perfectly clean in there, other than the little squeak. And yeah, the rubber floor, rubber mat, pedals. There's the steering column. You can look up under the dash. Everything's very orderly. And same thing, this door switch here works good for that light. And there is the VIN tag right there. We even have the VIN decoded, so you can see sort of the original options for the truck on our online listing. Definitely reference that, as I've mentioned. Now let's get the hood open. All right, that's a two-handed operation, but the hood operates super smooth, all the latches and releases and everything. You can see the condition under here is really the same as the rest of the truck. There's that Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor and the 302 Ford V8. And yeah, you can see how clean everything is. We also have a bunch of professional images of this vehicle you can study on our website, which will show you a lot of this as well. But yeah, valve covers, nice chrome on there, air cleaner. See the ignition there, and all of the ignition leads. The routing, looks nice, keeps it away from the headers. And now lastly, let's just check out the underside of the hood. So you can just confirm the sort of condition there. That hood scoop is functional. You can see the cutouts there, so it does allow some fresh air into the engine compartment. And yeah, everywhere you look, edges of the hood, looks like there's a little paint chip right there. But yeah, the bottom edge of the hood, this side, looks really nice. Looks like a little chip right there. Of course, we're getting real picky, but we're enthusiasts here at AlphaCars. We want everyone to be informed of what they are getting. And now, since the hood is open, as the last thing in this section of the video, we're gonna start it up. I'll show you how easily it starts, how good it runs. Put the key on. There's the battery light, which that will go out. Starts right up. Let's take a look at the exhaust. Exhaust is nice and clean. Sounds great. Let's make our way to the engine compartment now. And yeah, you can see how smooth it's idling. That's a cold start as well. You can feel the radiator hose. This is absolutely cold. And yeah, really just a excellent running truck. We'll shut it off here. And now that we've completed really the ultra thorough look with where the F-100 sits now, let's get it up on one of the showroom lifts and take a look at the underbody. And I will mention a lot of these other special interest vehicles here, they have awesome, very interesting histories. They're in amazing condition. and you can view all of them on our website as well. So click over, check out this F-100, but feel free to browse around. You'll find a lot of other one-of-a-kind vehicles. And now with the F-100 in the air on our showroom lift, let's get underneath, and we're gonna do a thorough inspection of the underbody condition. First, let me just walk through it here. Of course, there are some nice images that you can study on our website on the listing. But with this video, we're gonna get some great insight into the workmanship that has been put into this truck, and we can really just see the condition of everything. So starting at the back, of course, here's the underneath of that bed. All the hardware looks really nice, wood looks really nice. And yeah, check it out. There's no rust on any of the hardware. This whole truck is so solid. It was so well cared for and stored since the restoration was done. We can look in the sides of the rear fenders here, or the sides of the bed rather, whatever you may want to call it. And yeah, it's all looking really nice. Let's get over on this side. And yeah, like even look at the hardware up there. There's a little bit of like the road splash from driving it here and there. Of course, we did drive it here. We did take it on a road test to confirm the operation, and this truck, it drives so nice. You just turn the key, drop it and drive and enjoy it. That's really where this truck is at. But I just want to comment on that. If you see a little bit of, just the road splash behind some of the tires, that's a good thing, knowing it runs and drives great. Yeah, but rear axle, you can see the leaf springs. Now moving, we've got some MagnaFlow mufflers. And frame is all nice and solid. Now we're at the sort of underneath of the cab, back corners of the cab here. There's an inline fuel filter coming from the fuel tank that's in the back of the cab, as they were in this era of these trucks. Here's the battery box. Of course, there's the access panel above to get in there from the cabin, but you can see all the little nooks and crannies. Look good. Some cab mounts there. And we can look at this from over here. Like I said, this little bit of road splash, this kind of just wipes right off. And, but yeah, you can see like all the edges of the sheet metal, all the sheet metal seams. It all looks really nice. And of course you can tell the truck was restored. You can tell, there was some work that took place, but it's in just ultra solid condition, which is what you want. Now checking out some of the mechanical components. We've got the brake master cylinder here, which is mounted under the cab for that ultra clean look in the engine bay. And you can just see all the components and everything, they look to be in excellent condition. And cross member, you can see the cross member there was slightly modified for the transmission mount, but it all looks solid, of course. And underside of the transmission, now we're at the oil pan. And yeah, I'm just trying to give you as thorough as a look as we can get under here. Frame rails up here, shocks, even look at the rubber on the shock mount. All looks really good. And you can just see the condition of the interior sheet metal here. A little bit of sun glare over here, sorry about that. But all the way up to the front bumper, the condition of everything, the paint, it all looks really good. And now let's just take kind of a close look at the truck on the exterior, just from this angle, being underneath it. But like even look at this bolt right there. Nice and shiny. And we're at the side step supports. Underneath the side steps here. And you can see the bottom of the cab corners, bottom of the door. It's all in very nice, solid condition. Now at the back of the truck, kind of where we started, Just even looking underneath this chrome bumper. Yeah, everything is looking good. And now the cab corner over here presents well. And now underneath this sort of side step and rounding out back kind of where we started, here's the bottom edge of the driver's door. And now back at the driver's side front fender. All right, so that's been the thorough inspection of the underbody of the F-100. I want to thank you for watching this video on this truck. If it was interesting or helpful, leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe so then you don't miss the future motoring content. If you are interested in this truck and you haven't seen the listing on our website, definitely familiarize yourself with that, get familiar, top to bottom, read all the information to really know this truck inside and out as well as we do. That's why we put the information there for you. And then, reach out to us and we're happy to talk about the shipping and buying options and finalize a deal with, an interested buyer. So this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough showroom. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time.